What happens when your child loves your money more than your life? That's what happened to me the night I woke up in the ICU, machines breathing for me, lights stabbing down from a ceiling too clean, too bright. My vision was fogged with morphine, my arm burning from a needle, my chest so tight I thought it might split open. The doctor leaned in, his voice blurred around the edges. "We reached out to your son, Mr. Walker. He said he couldn't come. He's taking his wife to dinner." Dinner. While I was fighting for my last damn breath, my son, Ethan, chose wine over blood. I blinked, confused, thinking I misheard, but the doctor's eyes said otherwise. He hesitated, then told me what Ethan actually said after that. "She doesn't have much time anyway." Not much time. Like I was a countdown he didn't want to hear anymore. I didn't scream, didn't cry. Something colder settled in me. A slow, steady kind of rage that doesn't flare up, it endures. A week later, I walked out of that hospital alive. Alive when no one expected me to be. Alive in spite of my son's convenience. And the first thing I did before I even unlocked my front door was call my bank. 2 hours after that, Ethan showed up at my house. Too fast to be compassion. Fast in the way people move when they think something of theirs is at risk. He stepped into my living room with that awkward, practiced look of concern that didn't reach his eyes. "Dad, you should have called. You scared me." But I'd already heard his real voice, the one that weighed my death against a dinner reservation. He barely looked at me. His eyes drifted to my safe, the folders on my desk, the place where he thought his future sat waiting. That was the betrayal. Not that he didn't show up, not that he didn't care, but that he calculated what my death would give him and preferred that outcome. While he kept living his life smiling at restaurants, driving the car I bought him, living in the home I helped him afford, I started working in silence. Calls to my attorney, calls to the bank, transfers, evaluations, beneficiary changes, every paper trail rerouted, every asset stripped from his reach. Most of it went to charities and institutions that would never even know his face. I learned his habits. He rarely visited unless he needed something. And when he did come by, his questions always circled the same drain. "Is your will up to date? You still keep the house insured? Who has your power of attorney now?" Not once did he ask if I slept through the night, or if the chest pains came back, or if the loneliness was eating me alive the way it does at dusk. So I answered his questions with silence, and in that silence, I sharpened my weapon signatures, documents, transfers, betrayal in its most clinical form. The final paperwork arrived on a Thursday, thick envelopes stamped in red, final, binding. I waited for him to show up again, uninvited, wearing that smile that didn't belong to him anymore. When he did, I slid the documents across the table. "What's this?" I didn't say much. I just watched him open them. His hand shook as he scanned the pages. His lips moved without sound. Then his face went pale. The house, the accounts, the properties, everything was gone from his name, transferred, redirected, erased from his reach. "This has to be a mistake." "No," I said quietly. "It's the first time I haven't made one." His eyes flooded, anger trying to cover the fear underneath. "You can't do this. I'm your son." "You were my son," I told him, "until you chose dinner over my deathbed." The words hit harder than any shouting could. He tried to laugh it off, twist it, spin it. "You were unconscious. I didn't mean it. You don't understand." "I understand perfectly," I said. I stood, opened the front door, and looked him dead in the eye. "You wanted my inheritance," I told him. "You inherited my silence instead." He froze there, waiting for a crack in me, some softness, some mercy, but there was nothing left to give. "You'll regret this," he whispered. "No," I answered. "You will." I closed the door behind him, and the house felt lighter, like I'd finally exhaled after years of holding my breath.